second in Group B versus third in the same group. It's Shooting Stars Football Club and Rivers United. 22 players of both teams who have come out on to the Remo Star Stadium pitch. This beautiful edifice with a lush green pitch for the night fixture of this 2023 Value Jet Preseason Tournament. It's a second group game for Rivers United, the final group game for Shooting Stars Football Club. One thing is certain, Shooting Stars can seal their place in the semi-finals of this 2023 Value Jet Preseason Tournament. A warm welcome from wherever you are watching us from around the world. This is a live broadcast of this mouth-watering clash between two giants of the Nigeria Premier Football League, Rivers United, former champions of the NPFL, and Shooting Stars, former champions also of the Nigeria Premier Football League. First, we'll check on the starting 11 for both sides. In goal for Rivers United is Chima Victor. Feintola Muyiwa is also playing from the right back of the defense. There is Paul Ode, Augustine Okejefa, Uche John, Endurance Ededebiri, Paul Aqua, Deputy Echeta, who would be making his full debut for the Pride of Rivers. Bernard Yao, there's also Alex Oyowa, while in the mix for Rivers United today is Chiamaka Madu. A pocket of fans in the stadium ready to witness this mouth-watering clash under the lights. For Shooting Stars Football Club, Coach Benga Ogumbote has made some couple of changes as compared to the starting 11 yesterday that won against Abia Warriors by 3-2. Vuna Darlington continues another time out in goal this time as he makes his third appearance back-to-back for the Olioli Warriors. Taye Muritala returns to the starting 11 after not so a very good performance against Beyond Limit Football Academy and was dropped to the substitute bench against the Abia Warriors. Alim Adebayo, Alex Agawa, and Ikaye Adeleye is spotted with jersey number 21. There is also Adilawa Golagade. Malamo Taufi, captain of the side, is back for this kickoff today, while also there is Anayo Ogbonaya. Ayomide Adekunle, while Douglas active alongside Akman Joshua, who was instrumental to the comeback win of Shooting Stars yesterday against Abia Warriors. The substitute bench is Gbalamo Babatunde, jersey number 30. Galifake is dropped from the starting 11. Ebukanakwe is also dropped. He is on the bench. Kadri Rahim, Uche Eziala is also dropped one more time. While Dadi Abdurrahman, Oke Kayode, Uche Ode, there is Ahmed Jimo. Abdulkarim Mumini, who won the man of the match yesterday, and 100,000 naira from our associate sponsor, speaking of Optimus Bank, is on the bench. Pierre Agbara Christian completes the starting the full team list for Shooting Stars Football Club. From wherever you are, this is the Remo Star Stadium in Ikenne, Ogun State. Rivers United playing from left to right, while Shooting Stars will be playing. Shooting Stars will be playing from our left to right, I beg your pardon, while Rivers United will be playing from our right to left. Rivers United clad in their all-white jersey, with Shooting Stars in their all-ash jersey with a blue shirt, as referee ensures that all I's would be dotted, all T's crossed, for us to have a very, very good encounter. The Remo Star Stadium pitch from the sideline with the lights out under the floodlights is this one. This preseason is now up and running. Final group game for Shooting Stars, second group game for Rivers United. This promises to be exciting. The first throw into Rivers United Football Club. Sticking from the left, locating his own teammate, Augustine Kejafa, who quickly find the Deputy Cheta, who has now won a free kick for his side. The first free kick in a very dangerous, decent area, inside 25 seconds of football. Standing on this free kick for Rivers United, we've got Bernard Yao and of course Paul Aqua with Chiamaka Madu. Chiamaka Madu is also dangerous when it comes to set piece situation. It's got some couple of goals for Rivers United last season and also the season before when they won the league. Taking this one now, goes long straight into the wall provided by Darlington Ovunda of Shooting Stars Football Club. I'm now being joined on the commentary seat with my always able color commentator, Samuel Bamishebi. He described the action to you. Goalless draw against the 1-1 game, sorry. He's already looking at me with bad eye as Remo Stars played out a 1-1 draw against Atlant Football Club. Well, I always banter him when it comes to games he calls. He describes, he gets to see less goals. He has described 2 goals today. Hopefully, I'll be able to describe 3 goals, and my banter can come at full time. Welcome, Samuel. What are you looking forward to in this game as these 2 sides prepare for action, and action is underway?
Well, top and play fair clash between these 2 sides, and expect a lot of conservative play between the 2 of them because that's how they play. They don't like to get on the front foot. It's going to be a very, very calm game. Maybe slow start to the game, but I'm looking forward to see how Shooting Stars are going to set out. They have chances. Both of them have a chance to get through to the second round if they can pick up a win in this game. A win for either side just means that that team has qualified already, mathematically, or based on the chances that are provided to them. But for Shooting Stars, all they need to do is pick up a point at least. But then it's going to be difficult. But I'm looking forward to see some excitement maybe to end the day.
Some excitement to end the day. This would be the final day in which we'll be having 4 matches in the match day 3 of this 2023 Value Jet Pre-Season Cup Tournament. The Pre-Season Cup Tournament in its 2nd edition is proudly brought to you by Value Jet, one of Nigeria's fastest growing airlines companies in the country. There is also our associate sponsor, speaking of Optimus Bank, who have sponsored this tournament by the virtue of giving 100,000 naira to the man of the match. The man of the match for the first game between Atlant and Remo Stars. Also saw Optimus Bank picking up and helping the man of the match in that game with 100,000 naira. Time utilized down on the top is up and running. Reverse United nil, Shooting Stars Football Club nil. Speaking of the man of the match, partly sponsored by Optimus Energy for the game between Remo Stars and Atlant Football Club. Optimus Bank, I must say. We also have got Optimus Energy right on the pitch side. Maybe that's why your matchday commentator is putting the 2 names in check. Tochukwu Michael won the man of the match between for the game between Remo Stars and Atlant Football Club. Free kick again now to Rivers United. Rivers United have the ball now, but the referee has caught play back for an handball against Rivers United, and Shooting Stars have a free kick out there. Standing on this one, Darlington Ovunda. Still Rivers United, handball called against Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars now, Rivers United now have a free kick in their own half. 5 minutes of action gone here in Ikene. Shooting Stars are now coming forward now, trying to bring in play. Anayo Ogunna. Shooting Stars with a train of their own. The train is taken for the Oluyole Warriors long into the box. Still in possession of Shooting Stars. Rivers United will now clear, trying to bring their own man up forward. Rivers United, beautifully done. The cross is flashed across, but well defended. The strike of Wunda Darlington. Wow. Dilly Darling is Darlington Ovunda. What a save.
Well, you need to applaud the goalkeeping prowess there, but the strike was hit with such venom and accuracy, and I think I need to say that the goalkeeper really stood his ground. He's proving to be a handful for Rivers United, and I think he's making his mark in terms of keeping his position for the coming season for Shooting Stars.
A corner kick for Shooting Stars to make do with. On the 7th minute mark, from the far left hand side, the corner kick is swung in. A header for Rivers United, a chance to shoot Sheps, but it's well over. That wasn't close at all for the Pride of Rivers. They are threatening. I think they've been the liveliest of the two sides. As we take a look at the shot right there from way out from Rivers United that didn't trouble Darlington Ovunda. Play is back now. Goal kick taken real quick. Shooting Stars are trying to come now. Still Shooting Stars is defended well there by Augustine Okejefa. We've got the live table available for you. We would bring you up to speed with that on the 10th minute mark. That's what your commentator wants to decide. Throwing for Shooting Stars Football Club. But one thing is sure, we can confirm that Beyond Limits Football Academy top the table as of now, and are already through into the semi-finals in a group comprising of the big boys, Abia, Shooting Stars and Rivers United. Shooting Stars now with a chance of their win from a free kick. There is Chima Victor right there to clear. Yes, cleared off. It's come straight back now to Shooting Stars with Akwan Joshua, who has been stopped, and Shooting Stars can now come with an attack of their own from the far left hand side. Anaya Ogunaya. Silanaya is brought down. Referee says no problem about that. He got the ball onto the byline. A chance now for Rivers United to clear. Still not Shooting Stars, and Rivers United have possession. Yeah, here they come now, trying to break on an attack of their own. Deputy Cheta is brought down, and a free kick for Rivers United. Deputy Cheta really lively in the first 8 minutes of this game.
We saw that from him in the previous game as well. He's really an electric player. He comes to life whenever he's on the field, and so little wonder he's making his mark already in the team. But speaking about Beyond Limits, Mike, there's an opportunity, or there's a chance that Beyond Limits will get to face Remo Stars in the semi-finals based on how they finish. If Shooting Stars should pick up a win in this game, it means Beyond Limits will finish second, and then they have to face Remo Stars, who finish top of the other group. And a chance that Rivers wins this game, they have a chance to also defeat Abia Warriors and finish top of the group. So it's looking more likely that BLM will have to face their brother, their elder brothers in this competition, and I don't think there's going to be anything to fear for them.
There wouldn't be anything to fear for them. I think they would even be more confident facing their elder brothers, I must say, to have been able to play in a group that has got MPFL sides and be able to hold their own. Definitely they have what it takes to be in the mix against Remo Stars. But then I would like to ask you, on the basis of the organizers of Value Jet, who would you like, if Remo Stars versus Beyond Limits is played in the final, in the semi-final, who would you like to be in the final?
Oh, like the team that plays the more exciting football at the moment, and I've got to say it's going to be Beyond Limits. They are really exciting to watch because they're young players. They've really not got anything to lose in the competition. They came here as last resort, and they've proved a really huge point for us. They've been fantastic, and I think all of the players are exciting. Talk about Sunday Ogbonaya, talk about Farouk Ogundari, Samad Popola. We've also got Onyebuchi Obasi, Aririk Parabo. These are fantastic players. We've not even seen Promise Miliga yet in the tournament. I think I want to see these players as more as possible in the game.
We saw him against Abia Warriors with a deft dribble earlier today. He was a substitute in that game. He came on and was such a delight to watch. They've got exciting players. 10 minutes of football gone from the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikene. It's Rivers United still playing out a goalless draw against the Shooting Stars Football Club. Under the light, right from one of the most peaceful town you would come up with in Nigeria. A live table as we've got it right about now is Beyond Limits Football Academy with 5 points. There is also Shooting Stars with 4 points. Rivers United would have 2 points now, while Abia Warriors are on no point.
And then Abia Warriors face up with Rivers United tomorrow as the only game of Rivers United. That's a standing game, the only game for tomorrow. Abia Warriors did not start the tournament on the first day like the other team, so they have one more game to play.
The free kick is taken. Darlington Ovunda has a very good view of the ball, so he's not bothered. Darlington Ovunda to take this goal kick for Shooting Stars, but yes, rolled the ball to the center referee, bad ball. So the ball is about to be changed so that we can return to hostilities right on this patch.
Rivers United has played well through the channels here today. They've dominated more on the inside right channel and the right hand channel as well. They've progressed really well from the build zone just in their own half and then coming through the progress zone in the center circle. So they've done well to utilize possession, but just unable to find that telling pass at the final right hand channel to the center or to switch off play and to break through the defense with the eye of a needle pass. It's not worked out well for them, but so far the build-up has been really good through all the zones on the pitch.
Shooting Stars now coming through with their own attack. He is brought down. Our referee scored for a free kick to Shooting Stars Football Club. That was a really harsh challenge coming through there. We would see that on replay for Shooting Stars. The dribble was really good. Ayobami Adekunle brought down. Referee aligning with the thoughts of every single player of Shooting Stars on the pitch for a free kick. Adekunle and Alim Adebayo standing on this free kick for Shooting Stars. It's looking more likely like Alim Adebayo would send one in, but it's poor, extremely poor, I must say.
They've showed nothing in the game, Shooting Stars. They've showed nothing in their previous game. They've only been lucky to get the goals that they've been furnished with. Talk about the goal against Beyond Limits, the cross and the header from Coyote, okay?
But can you be lucky to score 3 goals?
Let's say they were good in that game. But really, it's more of the quality of the opponents that they are playing against, and really the opponents were more than bad compared to how well Shooting Stars played. And you can see in the game today, they've been off. Alex Agawa is unable to connect with the entirety of the midfielders. Tayo Muritala is isolated on that far side, and really just nothing to click between the attackers here in the game so far. It's been all Rivers United, really.
It's definitely been all Rivers United. In terms of their transition, we must also appreciate that coming from the pride of Rivers. They are definitely showing why they are quarter-finalists in the last season CAF Confederation Cup. Why Shooting Stars? The last time they tasted continental football is well over 2 decades. Rivers United now on the ball, straight back to his own teammate in the centre-back pairing. And that's speaking of Paul Ode. Rivers United win themselves a free kick in the half of Shooting Stars now. 15 minutes of football gone. Rivers United still playing out a goalless draw against Shooting Stars. The free kick is taken, but it's headed wide by Alex Agawa. Still Rivers United now in possession. They come through with Uche John. Rolls it all the way back to goalkeeper Sochima Victor. Is he comfortable with the ball at his feet? I think yes, he has gone through with a long one, but Shooting Stars would intercept in the center circle. Ani Kaya Adileye spreads it to the right to quickly bring in play Alim Adebayo. Back to Rivers United, who have possession of the ball now. Is Bernard Yao. It's intercepted back for the Oliole Warriors back now to Rivers United. Rivers United from the far right. Muyiwa Adiola trying to bring in play Alex Oyowa. But Oyowa is not in action. He would keep the ball now for his own teammate, Paul Aqua. Uche John. Debute Chata. Still Rivers United. Trying to beat the defender. Speaking of Alim Adebayo, Rivers United still have a possession of the ball now. Still Rivers United. Good passage of play. Good passes, I must admit. Yeah, they cut one more time now. Rivers United with endurance. Ededebiri. They win themselves a throw-in. It's taken all the way back to Paul Ode. Ode rolls it to his centre-back pairing, Augustine Okejefa. Okejefa now are trying to find endurance. Ededebiri. Still endurance to Alex Oyowa. Oyowa couldn't get his dribble right. Shooting Stars have possession of the ball. They try to launch it for a quick counter-attack. It's all straight back now to Muyiwa Adiola. Adiola to Chima Victor. Super Eagles goalkeeper. Invited to the Super Eagles camp the last time the Super Eagles of Nigeria were in camp and qualified for the African Cup of Nations. Still Rivers United with endurance Ebebediri. Rivers United are really comfortable in their back line. Exchanging the pass with ease. Shooting Stars finding it pretty difficult to press. They've not really been a press resistant. Look at this now from Deputy Cheta. Wins inside. A throw-in. Okay, Shooting Stars will have the throw-in now. Tayo Muritala takes quickly for the Oliole Warriors. They can now build from the back with Alim Adebayo. Adebayo finding Tayo Muritala. Who goes long. But it's well defended there by Muyiwa for Deputy Cheta, who has the ball in midfield. He's brought down, free kick to the Pride of Rivers. How excited are you with Rivers United passes? They've been really accurate with it.
Well, this is exactly how they played yesterday against Beyond Limits. They did well to keep possession and not to crumble under pressure. And another thing that Rivers United has done well in the game is that they've dominated the opposition in the critical zones on the pitch, left and right hand channels. And one thing is crucial to know as well, Rivers United, if they're going to get a goal, they need to remain calm as they are. Only that they will put under more pressure yesterday by Beyond Limits, but that pressure is not coming from Shooting Stars. So they're having so much joy on the ball, and maybe we'll see a goal from Rivers United very soon.
The team with the best passage of play most times in football gets the first goal, but sometimes you score a goal against the run of play. Rivers United in possession of the ball center circle is the Shooting Stars. Walking into our commentary stand is one of the finest photographers in the country. The photographers that have been bringing you wonderful pictures. Jamiu Adilashe alongside Raji Muzamil in the commentary stand. I wonder if they would like to pick up the mic, but they are really contented with giving us amazing pictures. Shooting Stars, Alex, for the Oliole Warriors. They would come now in the center circle or with Anika Adeleye. Adeleye does that beautifully now to Malamo Taufik, who is impeded, and a free kicker will come for the Oliole Warriors in the center circle. A free kick has won by Malamo Taufik, who has now left it to be taken by Anika Adeleye, who rolls it to his left hand side, finding Alim Adebayo. Adebayo back now to Alex. Alex driving infield, comes straight back to Alim. Free kick with so much urgency from the center referee to award that. Offside has called against Malamo Taufik as Shooting Stars tried to break for a goal against the run of play. 20 minutes of football gone. Rivers United, former champions of the NPFL, up against Shooting Stars, also former champions of the NPFL, playing out a goalless draw. Rivers United now trying to come through. Darlington Ovuda will try to pick up the pieces of the ball. He does that with so much calmness. Darlington Ovunda, a new signing from Rivers United, facing his former side here today. How pivotal would he be for Oliole Warriors for the 2023-2024 season?
He's been decent in the entirety of the Value Jet Cup. He's picked up the Man of the Match award once as well.
So if you pick up a Man of the Match award in 3 games, is that decency?
He's been decent. It's about the quality of his play, the saves that he's made, the controlling of the defense. He's been commanding in that center area for Shooting Stars. Really, it's been a while that Shooting Stars had a player that could command, not just in terms of speaking, but in terms of his ability. So he's come up with clutch saves, and if you remember how much of saves he made against Beyond Limits, hand him the Man of the Match award. So I think right now he's looking good, and I think he should turn up well for Shooting Stars. He's going to be very critical into how Shooting Stars are going to play in the coming season, because they've had troubles in that goalkeeping department.
Well put out there by Samuel Bamishabi, your match day commentator for the previous game, finishing 1-1 between Rivers United, between Remo Stars and Atlant Football Club. Shooting Stars have for themselves a free kick in the center circle. Alex Agawa. Now to Malamo Taufik, who quickly finds Ali Adebayo. Very close shot there. It's still in possession for Alex Agawa. Alex Agawa rolls it back to Anikai Adeleye. Anikai Adeleye in possession of the ball now. Who brings it straight to Rivers United to defend. But the pass was pretty heavy, and it goes into touch for a throw-in to Rivers United. Darlington Ovunda picking up the pieces of the ball as Rivers United tried to make something out of this game. A referee has called a play against Rivers United as Shooting Stars now have for themselves a free kick after a foul on captain Malamo Taufik. To take this free kick for the Oluyole Warriors is Adilawo Ogbolagadi, while he has left it for Douglas Achieve.
It's a chance to get the ball into the area. They've got bodies now in that area. Maybe they overload that center area.
The overload is not well enough as Rivers United overload the ball away for a corner kick. Corner kick to Shooting Stars Football Club. I think that would be the second of the game now. The first from the far right hand side. The second for them to lay claim on a first goal of this game. If they score now, it's going to be their fifth goal of the tournament, after 3 goals against Abiaros and 1 against Beyond Limit Football Academy. Rivers United going long now, trying to bring in play Chiamaka Kamadu, but that has been stopped by Darlington Ovunda. The live table as it stands: Rivers United We've seen 26 minutes of football played. Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. Live from the Ramos Stars Stadium in Ikenne under the lights. I mean, it's really interesting to see games played under the light. We don't see that pretty often. We saw that in the last pre-season tournament.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. And this is the kind of start that we expected, that I expected in the game. It's been a very slow start. A drab first half, really. Nothing to really cause excitement for the fans in the stadium. Compared to the previous game, even though it ended 1-1, we saw a lot of excitement from the players, but not really to get us up from our seats in the game so far. And we're hoping that that changes pretty soon.
Rivers United now in possession of the ball, finding his own teammate is Aqua. Paul Ode for Rivers United, the pride of Rivers, 2021 champions of the NPFL. And Darlington Ovuda trying to rush to that one. Shooting Stars have a throwing of their own from the far left hand side. We've got a player of Shooting Stars down on the top. The referee has now called for the medics to attend to the player. The Oracle, Coach Benga Gumbote, having words with Joshua Akpan to inform him of the need to be more proactive in the game. Same way as we have the coach of Rivers United, he's called the Alex Ferguson of the NPFL, and that's Stanley Guma, having words with Bernard Yao about managers' additional instructions to their players to ensure that we would go on to see go in this game as we hit the alpha mark. Still Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. Rivers United now coming through. They have left the ball for Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars will possess from the left hand side. It's back to Rivers United. Onto the pitch to check on the player of Shooting Stars Football Club. Shooting Stars Football Club, one of the traditional club sides in the country. Shooting Stars are one of the most followed football clubs in Nigeria. playing their home games at the Lekon Salami Stadium in Adamasingba. Formerly known as WNDC of Ibadan, and founded in the 1950s. A playoff, a championship in Lagos last time out in the Rivers United now from the far right hand side. It's well intercepted there by Feintola. Muyiwa Adiola for all white jersey. Just in case you're just joining our live broadcast, this is the 2023 ValueJet Preseason Cup Tournament, that's proudly brought to you by our premium sponsors, Fly ValueJet. A chance for Rivers United to fly. It's cleared off. Malamoto Afik will go with an acrobatic clearance. Big clearance right on the line there from Shooting Stars Football Club. Rivers United still have possession of the ball now. Yedikolas can now break for a counter-attack of their own. It is going to be 3 against 3 from the left-hand side for Shooting Stars Football Club. Tries to take it long. Intercepted there by Paul Ode. For Rivers United, we would now have a chance to attack via the boot of Alex Oyowa. It's touched into play and a throw-in for Shooting. Fourth successive corner kick.
But they've done well to get the ball into the area. The crosses are really good. They get the first header on the ball and the follow-up really scramble in the area and they're first to reach it. Maybe they'll be lucky sometime in the game.
Not lucky enough there was the header from Rivers United. As Shooting Stars can now break on a counter-attack. It's 3 Ash shirt. It tracks from a very acute angle. The fans, pocket of them in the stadium, do not appreciate that. Some sort of a selfishness right there coming from Shooting Stars. Ayobami Adekunle. Ayo in English is joy, happiness, and we are really happy to be here describing this game to you. Malamo Taufik finding Alex Agawa to Alim Adebayo. Alex Agawa one more time. Straight now to Anika Yadile, who has possession of the ball. Inside pass to quickly bring in Ayobami Adekunle. Will roll it back to Alex Agawa. Alex Agawa going into the far right hand side. He has dropped the ball for a throw-in to Rivers United. Throw-in will be taken quickly now by the Pride of Rivers, who have possession of the ball. It's still Rivers United. Paul Aqua. Referee says no problem. Ball advantage. Deputy Echeta has seen Tayo Muchala under the ball. Free kick to Rivers United. Tayo Muchala would try to ensure that Rivers United would not quickly restart play here. Free kick for Rivers United. It's swung into the back post. There is something with Rivers United and back post set piece situation. I think it's a set piece. It's a training ground routine for set pieces, but we've not really perfected that thus far in the game.
Well, you can see the work that Stanley Aguma is doing with this side. The set pieces have been really delicately poised for them and they've been practicing something, executing it as well, but it's just not coming for them the way they want. But you can see the direction on the cross, always going to the far post. There's always one player or two at the far post looking to return the header. They return the ball into the center of the area and cause some havoc for whichever opponent that they face. And so far it's not worked out for them, but you can see the structure and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful to see.
It's really beautiful to see, just as the Remo Star Stadium in Ikene, such an amazing edifice. Rivers United now trying to come with a beautiful attack of their own. The cross comes, but the ball has been adjudged to be over the line as a goal kick will come for the Oliole Warriors Shooting Stars. Darlington Ovunda to take. Darlington Ovunda already has won one man of the match award via Optimus Bank with 100,000 naira in 3 games. Good enough for him as we head into the 40-50 minute mark. A chance now for Rivers United. Spreads it back. Wow, good defending there from Alex Agawa. Rivers United still has a chance to launch another attack, but no, he has launched a tackle on Malamo Taufik. High foot challenge. Referee would brandish his yellow card.
Good defending for Shooting Stars in that instance. The ball just coming off the right hand side. You can see the communication between Rivers United. They find a way to break through the defensive line that is really low press from Shooting Stars. So that instance, there was just one person, Alex Ogawa, waiting to clear out the ball. But Rivers United are being patient and consistent, and consistency might pay off for them in the nearest future in the game.
Malamo Taufik still down on the top. 2 minutes added on for the game as we see of the first 45 minutes. Malamo Taufik is back on the track, back on the pitch, back on grass. Throwing to Rivers United from their run half, trying to find Deputy Cheta. Paul Ode takes it long to the right. Header to his own teammates, bringing in play Uche John, who has a possession for Alex Oyowa. Oyowa now, still Oyowa, it's back, heavy challenge, and referee has scored for a free kick to the Oluyole Warriors. The Oluyole Warriors, 5-time champions of the Nigeria Premier Football League, 1976, 1980, 1983, 1995, and 1998. The last tested league triumph. Darlington Ovunda goes long for the Shooting Stars team, flicked on by Adekunle, who has left the ball for possession to Rivers United, who goes long now, trying to bring in play Deputy Cheta. Can he run through like a cheetah? Tayemu Itala takes the throw in for Shooting Stars as the whistle goes for the end of the first 45 minutes. Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil as it stands. Shooting Stars are more likely to be in the semi-finals of the 2023 Valley Jet Pre-Season Cup tournament, while Rivers United also are still in the mix depending on what happens in the second 45 and the game against Abia Warriors tomorrow. Half-time from the Remo Stars Dominicana in our night fixture. It's Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. We would catch you on the other side of the second 45. We're back on the way for the second 45 minutes. A referee checking through his watch to begin the second half of this game. It's Shooting Stars Football Club up against Rivers United. A final group game for Shooting Stars, while it's the second group B game for Rivers United. Action resumes at this Lodge Green Remo Star Stadium. Up to Kareem now for Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars in their ash jersey. Malamo Taufik, who would strike, but way wide.
We said he didn't do so much in the first half. Well, he's trying to show us that he's trying to come all out in the second 45 to lead the side because he's got the armband with him. But it's going to be important to see how Shooting Stars handle all of the pressure that Rivers United piled in the first half. How do they come out? Will they come out composed, calm? Will they come out with more incisive and intricate passing? But it's left to be seen which of these sides will take advantage yet.
Shooting Stars would now take this advantage after their road player is Akhtam in very close above the center circle, as they would be attacking from the right of your screen to the left, while Rivers United, cladded in their all-white shirt, would be attacking from the left of your screen to the right. Malamo Taufik moves away from the ball, waiting Alex Agawa to kick. Rivers United clear their lines. We've now played 90 seconds of the second period. As they come from the right now, the cross is swung in. Headed clearance by Rivers United. Corner kick to Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars have started this second 45 with so much intent.
More in the ascendancy for them. They look like they want to take this game by the horns of it. And then I think it's going to be worth watching for Benga Ogumbote. It's really important to see how well they can manage the opportunities they get like this one.
Opportunities like this one, Alex Agawa was looking to take his stride onto the ball with his feet. But the headed clearance was really good from Rivers United. They have possession of the ball now. Still Rivers United. Malamo Taufik was laid it out for Abdul Karim, who has got his own man in play, Darlington. Sochima Victor invited to the Super Eagles camp last time out. The Super Eagles were in town, in which they qualified for the African Cup of Nations coming up in Côte d'Ivoire in the year 2024, next year. We can actually hear the scream in our commentary box. That was a really rough challenge. On Feintola Muiwa of Rivers United. Alim Adebayo goes to the player to seek for what I can describe as his forgiveness, because he showed that he never meant the tackle to be that harsh.
Yeah, it was a ferocious tackle, but you could see it wasn't really going with intent to go in that hard. He didn't mean it, but it's come out, and the referee will do what he needs to do. But then we hope the player can get back on his feet and get on with the game. The league is going to start very soon, so you don't want to see injuries to any of these sides in this tournament.
Of course, Rivers United would not like to pick up various injuries. Rivers United, formed by the merger of Sharks Football Club and Dolphins Football Academy, and Dolphins Football Club in 2016. Rivers United also will be keeping an eye on the CAF Confederation Cup. They were there last season, getting to the quarterfinal stage. Lost out over 2 legs, 2-0 on aggregate to Yanga SC of Tanzania, the eventual winners of the CAF Confederation Cup. Shooting Stars, it's been a while they tasted continental football. The last they did was in 1992 when they won the CAF Cup. They're also winners of the CAF Cup, or Winners' Cup, was in 1976. Shooting Stars, FA Cup winners, Federation Cup winners 8 times. Won the title in 1959, 1961, 1966, 1969, 1971 as WNDC. And also won the title in 1977, 1979, and 1995. In the 1995 season, Shooting Stars won the double, the Nigeria Premier League, and also won the Nigeria Federation Cup. That was how dominant they were in the 90s, Shooting Stars. It begs the question, what has happened in the last decade to the Warriors of Oluyole from Ibadan.
The history of Shooting Stars suggests how big of a club they are, but of recent times they've really dwindled in terms of performance and awards as well. They've not lived up to the expectation, they've not lived up to the hype. They're a traditional side in Nigeria, but really so far their performances over the course of the last decade hasn't really proved anything worth nothing from the fans, and the fans will really hope to see their team lift the trophy yet again, even if it's just the Federations Cup. It will be applauded by the fans of the club.
Rivers United. Malaman Taufik has intercepted the pass. Malaman Taufik, I've not seen him complete a dribble here today. He is known to be a master dribbler of kick of the football. But the referee has called for a free kick to Rivers United. To take this one for the club is Sachima Victor. We've played 7 minutes of the second half here in Ikene at the Remo Star Stadium under the floodlight. Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. Shooting Stars now coming through, not well defended. It will go long now for Shooting Stars to claim on the ball. Sachima Victor. Sachima Victor was beaten to the most clean sheets crown by Remo Stars Bankole Coyote last season, after coming behind Remo Stars Bankole Coyote and Amazo Basoje of Bedell Insurance. Alex Agawa, Shooting Stars. Still Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars now have got a very good possession of the ball in this second half period. We'll get to see Rivers United attack. Time Ritala now with Alex Agawa. Alex for Shooting Stars. But we're not trouble as Sachima Victor has a hold of the ball to spread it to the far left hand side as Augustine Okejefa has let the ball roll for Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars in possession now is Anika Adeleye, who has seen his pass intercepted for a next attacker to Rivers United, who has possession. Now back to Shooting Stars. Adeleye Bolagode has been fouled, and free kick is quickly taken by Murtala Taye to Alex Agawa. Alex Agawa keep possession well with his feet. Darlington Ovunda is being rushed. The press from Rivers United is beaten by Shooting Stars via Malaman Taufik, who has a possession of the ball to Alimi Adebayo. And the touch was heavy, and we would be having a goal kick to Rivers United. Rivers United won their first Nigeria Premier Football League, Professional Football League, anyone you want to pick out, title with 4 games to spare with after Accra United beat their nearest challengers, Plateau United 2-1 in Uyo on the 25th of June 2022. At a point in time, they ended the season with 77 points, breaking the league record of 73 points in a season. That was how good they were in that particular season, with Chigioke Akuneto being crowned the highest goal scorer. That season, Rivers United won 23 games, drew 8, and lost 7 of their 38 league games, as they were current champions for the 2021-2022 league season, with 10 points clear of their closest rival, Plateau United. Both of them, Plateau United and Rivers United, represented Nigeria in the CAF Champions League. It's make bold to say that the Rivers State government were really impressed with Rivers United performance in that particular 2021-2022 season, as the players and officials were awarded $20,000 each by the Rivers State government for their league triumph in 2022, and were promised another $40,000 if they qualify for the 2022-2023 CAF Champions League group stage. That they never achieved.
Mike, Rivers United have been one of the shining lights for Nigerian football in the continent and even on the local scene, because they've always somehow turned up. More like in the local palace, they say now, why would they call them goats? You go always turn up. Rivers United always find a way to come up with those performances in clutch time, winning games and qualifying for the continent, and even going the farthest on the continent last time out in the CAF Confederations Cup. So yeah, they've done a lot for themselves, and everybody who gets into the squad wants to win something because they know there's something coming from the Rivers State government.
The Rivers State government, the governor then was Nyesom Wike. Another new government is in town. We are pretty hopeful that the trend in Rivers, the oil-rich state, would continue. Continuing now at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikenne East, Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. Darlington Ovunda for the Oluyole Warriors, who has seen a pass lofted upwards to the Rivers United half. They've break with possession of the ball, bringing in play Muyiwa Adetola, who spreads it long. Darlington Ovunda will try to run through to that one. He picks up the pieces of the ball. Rivers United possession, beautifully done. Comes straight back now to Paul Aqua to the left for Paul Ode. To Paul in the starting 11 for Rivers United on a Sunday. Maybe the goal will finally come. A chance now for Rivers United to strike. Wow, dragged wide. That was a huge let-off for the Shooting Stars backline. Having his hand on his head, there was Bernard Yao. The pass was really good. It broke the defensive line of Oluyole Warriors. And I'm really amazed that didn't hit the target. If that did hit the target, it could have been the first goal for Rivers United.
Well, he really would be disappointed in himself. The pass was really good. His first touch and turn was absolutely fantastic. The finish just with the inside of his laces wasn't as expected from him, but he will be disappointed. He will be gutted not to get that one even on target and walk the goalkeeper really too. But the chances are coming from Rivers United, and yes, that's exactly how they did in the first 45. Slow, patient build-up, but eventually they break through that standing low press and backline of Shooting Stars.
Shooting Stars have made some couple of new signings, close to 10 ahead of the new season. The players well unveiled by the club.
They've let quite a number of players to leave the side as well, and we've seen the same thing from Eimba, who has released a lot of players who have joined their counterparts in Port Harcourt. So it's just back and forth between these players. The two sides are trying to strengthen themselves. Some players have been deemed surplus to requirements, while the other clubs see them as a very important player in the coming season. So it's left to see how they build their squad. The Champions League also starts very soon alongside the league, so they need to really get their house in order for the coming season.
On the hour mark, Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. The live table as it stands right here is Beyond Limit Football Academy with 5 points. They are done with all of their 3 games, 5 points from a possible 9. Shooting Stars, as it stands, if this game finishes goalless, it's going to be Shooting Stars with 5 points. Rivers United would have 2 points, but with a game at hand, that game will come up tomorrow between Rivers United and Abia Warriors. So it depends on how Rivers United win their game tomorrow that would decide if they would be in the semi-final. While Shooting Stars can see off this game here with a win.
Very interesting how quickly the table can change in this Group B. A win for Shooting Stars means that they will qualify top of the group, and Rivers United will not be able to make it out irrespective of the result of the game tomorrow. And the win for Shooting Stars and the win for Rivers United on the other hand means Shooting Stars can't make it out of the group. But one team that will be sleeping very comfortably tonight is Beyond Limit Football Academy, because they know irrespective of the results here today, there's no consequences for them. They are through to the semi-finals. It's just a matter of what position they finish in and which team they get to face in Remo Stars or Kwara United.
Well, I can confirm by the virtue of authority that the boys are in their camp, relaxing. They've got nothing to be fearful of. If it stays this way, and also depending on goals, we might probably have a semi-final of Remo Stars versus Beyond Limit, while we might also have a semi-final of Beyond Limit versus Kwara United. Either of that is possible, and either of that can see the side get into the final. The Academy boys.
Yeah, I really love to see them in the final when there's something at stake. Now they're playing for really nothing, just to play for pride and just to make more practice of what the coach has been teaching them. But when they get into the final, then you feel that there's something at stake. You now want to play. I want to see how much of their game is going to change, or are they going to play the same style, the same way they played all through the group stages in the tournament.
The stretcher is out. It's not looking really good for the Shooting Stars player. The medics are out. The stretchers. It's also out now. Darlington Ovunda is also involved. The medics will attend to the player to see if after being stretched out he would be able to continue.
You wonder how much pain he's in, because it's the first time they've had to bring on the stretcher. Yeah, just went for the ball. They landed awkwardly on his back and took that tumble. It really wasn't good for him, and that's why he's in so much pain. Really rose very high to get the header on the ball, but the Rivers United player turned his back on him, and that's what gets a booking for players, attackers in that sort of situation. But thank God, delightfully, he doesn't need to be stretched out. He's back on his feet, and it looks like he's going to be able to continue. Good news.
Good news for the people of Ibadan. Good news for every football fans watching from around the world. It's not always something good to see of a player stretched out of a game. Substitutions for both sides now are being prepared.
Mike, just look at the night sky. Yeah, it's really dark, I know, but it's just something about it. The lights brings out the color of the stadium. It looks more beautiful at night than you see it at day. And I think this is what we need to see in variety of the pitches in Nigerian football. This is absolutely beautiful. The color, it's like you add some humidity to it and saturation. It's really cool and really beautiful to see.
So I'd like to ask you, daytime or nighttime in terms of football?
Oh, nighttime, absolutely nighttime. It's beautiful.
Good enough that I clarified that for you. Before you begin to think of something else. Now 65 minutes of football gone. Rivers United nil. Shooting Stars nil. Dalintino Vunda to take this free kick for the pride for Shooting Stars, I beg your pardon. And before Sammy comes into my head. Handball are scored by the referee. He would come out looking at his pocket, brandish the yellow card. Referee adjudged that to have been an intentional handling of the ball by Shooting Stars. A free kick now for Rivers United to win this game, or to score first and put a dagger at the heart of the Yellow Warriors. Still not averted. Rivers United still has the ball for an attack. The referee has, the assistant referee has called playback. It's going to be a corner kick after the ball has been adjudged to have crossed the line of goal. A corner kick from the near side. It's swung in. The header into the far post. Really a good chance for Rivers United. They've done that all game, but it has not amounted to any goal.
It's the quality they have in getting to those first balls. They've won the first ball about 90% of the time. The cross has been sent into the box. And that looks like the plan. It's either they throw it to the far post, gets a header, they send it back to the center area, or they head it from the first corner, the first post, and back to the center corner, really, just for anybody to get the finishing touch on it. And that's been the style of play that they want to put from their set pieces. But it's not quite worked out. They've lacked the cutting edge in that period in time. But it looks promising for what Rivers United can produce in the continent as well as in the coming season.
One thing is sure about Rivers United, they would always compete. They've done that in the last 2 seasons of the NPFL. Inside the last 2 seasons, they won the league. Last time they finished 3rd. A good dribble. Well appreciated by the pocket of fans in the stadium. I mean, the fans are out on a night as this to watch a football game. It shows you how safe, how peaceful Ikenne is. Ulster Town. For this Value Jet Pre-Season Cup Tournament 2023 edition, the second edition. The first one was held here in Ikenne, as won by Remo Stars. All of the 2 editions proudly, in all sincerity, brought to you by Fly Value Jet. Shooting Stars now. Alim still Shooting Stars. He drags his marker to the near side of our commentary stand. Trying to dribble infield now. Brings his own wing play. It's touched over for a corner kick. Corner kick to Shooting Stars. A chance for them now to create something they've not created at all, and that's, speaking of, a goal. Corner kick now being prepared by Douglas Achi. Swung into the area. The corner kick is well gathered by Sochima Victor. Comfortable catch of a football there by Sochima Victor. That's expected of him. Not like what we saw in the first period, where the assistant referee caught play back for a foul on Sochima Victor. But on replays, we understand that was a pretty clean goal. Final 20 minutes of action from the Remo Star Stadium in Ikenne. Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. The final group game of Group B for Shooting Stars, while it's the second group game for Rivers United. They would play their final group game tomorrow against the Abia Warriors. So all of the games of the 2023 Valley Jet Preseason Cup tournament would come to you live. Still Rivers United, Deputy Cheta will spread it to the left now. Can he keep the ball in play? It does keep the ball in play now. Can he beat his marker? He brings his own teammates into the action. Goes back now to find Paul Aqua. Who sends the pass to Alex Oyowa. Chance now for Rivers United. Spreads to the right for his right back. The cut back is not good enough. Shooting Stars can clear via the boot of Alim Adebayo. Malamo Taufik can pick up the rest of the ball. The PCs now. Can he dribble his way? The touch is still good. It's been shrugged off. And a free kick to the Oluyole Warriors.
A good call from the referee, Malamo Taufik, just coming to help them pick up the pieces and advance play forward from the center of the pitch to the final third in the Rivers United half. By that time it was brought down illegally and the referee, yes, rightly pulled play back for a free kick. Well, Rivers United are still dominating on the play, but Shooting Stars just coming up into one or two moments of expectancy, and we hope to see how much of an opportunity it can be for them.
How much of an opportunity this can be for the Oluyole Warriors. The free kick comes. The header is back ended by Rivers United as Shooting Stars have won themselves a corner kick. Checking that on the replay, that was good defending from Rivers United. A corner kick is taken short, headed away by Rivers United, but danger not yet averted as a cross will come now for Shooting Stars. Still cleared off by Rivers United. The boys in white will try to quickly launch a counter attack, but it's back straight now to Shooting Stars. Possession of their own Darlington Ovunda. Foul called for Rivers United. Referee speaks to Ayobami Adekunle, says that was really a poor challenge. We'll see that again on replay. It takes one to his stomach. Long free kick taken by Rivers United. Referee calls play back again for a pull of the shirt by Rivers United Polakwa, and a free kick for Shooting Stars Football Club. Asami, are we likely to see any goal in this game with just the 17 minutes plus stoppages left to play? Are you confident of the fact that we can go on to call a goal? You've called 2 goals. Maybe it's your payback time. That I would not call it a goal in this game. But 14 minutes is a whole lot of time. Is it possible we get the goal, yeah, or 2?
Yeah, not as impossible, but the way these two sides are playing, really you feel like it's far from happening. They've played really dull. They've not really had the cutting edge, and I feel like right from the start this is the most likely outcome of the game. But it's still a scoreline and not a result yet, and anything can happen. But really it's looking like it's going to end in this goalless draw.
Captain Malamo Taufik on the free kick for Shooting Stars Football Club of Ibadan. Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. 15 minutes left to play. Long free kick swung into the back post, but no onrushing Ash jersey to pick up the pieces of play. Alright, Sammy, some would tell you that preseason results are nothing to write home about. The performance is what is important.
Yes.
How your new signings are gelling. But on the basis of what we've seen of these LPFL sides, especially teams that are playing on the continent, how confident are you that we would have a worthy participation in Africa's interclub competition next season?
We have two of the sides who will be taking part in the CAF competitions, Rivers United and Remo Stars. Remo Stars have shown a spark of what to expect. They look like a side that is already cooking something. Maybe nothing so special, but they have the quality in their squad to lift it. But what I feel that Remo lack is the squad depth. They have the numbers in their players, but how quality are those players in terms of replacement? We saw a host of players who have not taken part in the team at all before play today, and the performance really wasn't anything promising. But they've got the squad, they've got the right manager as well to lead the side, and I think that they really can put something together before the course of the regular season and the Champions League. For Rivers United, this is how they are always in pre-season, and somehow they just find a way to put up the performance when it matters the most in terms of league and competitive performances. So maybe we should not judge them by virtue of their performance in the preseason tournament, but I do feel like we need to wait and see the start of the season. Maybe the first few games of the season will tell us how well these teams can do on the continent.
Offside called against the attack of Rivers United there. As the clock tick beat by beat, second upon seconds. It's looking like this game might just finish goalless. But then in football, you can see 3 goals in 3 minutes. It's always possible.
Yeah.
A free kick for Shooting Stars Football Club. These two teams have got 6 NPFL titles between them, and they must have each tried to help us produce a goal. The corner kick comes, a chance for Shooting Stars. It's well defended by Rivers United, but not yet totally, as it comes as a corner kick for Shooting Stars. Corner kick for Shooting Stars. It takes heavy, but the header of Alex Agawa would not trouble goalkeeper Sochima Victor in goal. It's not going to be a goal kick to Shooting Stars. Rivers United will be happy with this result. They've got one more game left, 90 more minutes to play. But Shooting Stars would have to wait on the results of tomorrow's game to know if they would qualify into the semi-finals or not.
So really, it's a waiting game for Shooting Stars now. They can't pack their bags and leave. They can decide to leave as well, because it's not a long journey from Ikene to Ibadan. So if they do make it through to the semi-finals, they'll make their way back to Ikene. If they don't, well, they'll just stay in Ibadan if they leave tonight. It's a waiting game, really. Rivers United will hope to win Abia Warriors tomorrow.
Hoping to win tomorrow as early as 8:30 a.m. Nigerian time is the Super Falcons of Nigeria at the FIFA Women's World Cup, up against the Lioness of England. Some has called it the Asisa to Shwala and James Lauren show. A free kick now for Shooting Stars in the half of and very close to the penalty box of Shooting Stars of Rivers United. Malamo Taufik must now deliver a special delivery for a goal for Shooting Stars. Chance, big one. It's deflected by his own teammate. Still in possession of Shooting Stars, Malamo Taufik. He's shrugged off. Referee has picked that as a free kick. Malamo really wanted to restart play quite fast, but the Rivers United defender, Uche John, was having none of it. Malamo Taufik. It's swung in. The header is cleared off. A chance now. Oh wow. It's, almost an own goal. Shooting Stars are threatening now with 10 minutes left to play. They've been the better side of the second 45.
They've been the better side in the last 5 minutes, Mike. Not the entirety of the second half, but decent opportunity there. But it was going straight into the hands of Sochima before the defender had other ideas. So Shooting Stars can really pat themselves on the back, and if they can build on this pressure that they've developed, maybe they just might make the cookie crack somewhere.
Making the cookies crack is that cracking tackle from Alex Agawa, and he's been brandished the yellow card. Shooting Stars to clear off. A chance for Rivers United. The defending has been good from both sides. Of course, the defending will be good if both sides are yet to concede. It's a clean sheet. When you keep a clean sheet in any game, it shows that the defending is up to task. And also some couple of good goalkeeping. But for now, the goalkeepers have not really been threatening. The defensive line of both goalkeepers in Darlington Ovunda for Shooting Stars and Sochima Victor for Rivers United have helped out the goalkeeper. Chance now for Rivers United to swing in a cross. The cross comes, it's headed wide, but back straight to Rivers United. Still Rivers United now. Good dribble infield, skipping past one, skipping past two. Referee has called for a free kick right on the edge of the box. I'll check that again on replay. That was a pretty good dribble.
A really good dribble, and they win themselves an opportunity on the edge of the area. Rivers United is a chance to trouble Darlington Ovunda in goal. And what a great run. The tackle was really good, but the referee judged that to be a foul. And I really feel that Rivers United can make the best use of this. It's an opportunity that came for them. At this period in the game, Mike, is the final 10 minutes, and a goal here will be really critical for Shooting Stars because they will go out of the competition, it means.
A goal against the Shooting Stars would prove to be possibly the final dagger. Rivers United. Two white shirts has run over the ball. The free kick is taken straight into the wall. A throw in now for Rivers United. A good run of the ball there from the Rivers United. Sachima. Sachima takes it long to bring in play. Shadrach Ashebu, who cuts infield now. Still running through at the defense of Shooting Stars. Referee says, you got the ball, so play will continue. Back to Rivers United. Now, it's beginning to be more like an end-to-end stuff. Rivers United from the right as possession. The shape for a pass to his own player. Shooting Stars who have cleared off for a throw-in. Alex Agawa is down on the turf. He split his heart out right there on the patch. It's really been a mainstay in the defense of Shooting Stars. He's had a very, very good game, I must say. Shooting Stars last season in the NPFL failed to get into the playoff round. That's the NPFL Championship playoff, for a claim at the title and even for a claim at the continental places. After they finished 6th in Group A with 23 points from 18 games. They scored 20 and conceded 20, ironically. Inside the final 4 minutes of the 90 plus stoppages, the 2023 Value Jet Cup Group B game, final one for Shooting Stars and the second one for Rivers United. It's Rivers United 0, Shooting Stars 0. We are still on. The throw-in is taking long now. Backing off his man, trying to come through with a cross. A referee has signaled for a foul on Shooting Stars, and Shooting Stars up for themselves. A free kick. For the first time in a single match day at this 2023 Value Jet Pre-Season Cup tournament, we are possibly and we are very likely to have 3 draws. The first game of the day saw Beyond Limit Football Academy defeat Abia Warriors by 2-0. Goals from Paroba Yeri and Oyembuchi Abasi, the captain of the side. While it was goalless between Sporting Lagos and Accra United. Accra United, with that result, advanced into the semi-finals, while Sporting Lagos returned to Lagos. The third game saw Remo Stars drill 1-1 against already out Atlant Football Club, with Remo Stars finishing top of the table and Accra United second in Group A. Hostilities are still continuing here in Group B. Already we have 3 teams in the semi-finals of the 2023 Value Jet Pre-Season Cup tournament. Substitutions now being ready by Shooting Stars Football Club. Coming on is Piagbari Christian and Oke Kayode. Oke Kayode scored a goal against Beyond Limit Football Academy. Didn't score yesterday against Abia Warriors, but was really instrumental. Taking this free kick, throw-in, I beg your pardon, for Rivers United is Feintola Muiwa. Muiwa takes a long. It's headed away there by Shooting Stars. Was Oke Kayode. Oke Kayode, last time he scored against Beyond Limit Football Academy was when Shooting Stars were attacking this particular half in which they're attacking today, from right to the left. Maybe Oke Kayode can now think of getting yet again another goal. If he does get a goal now, it will be a goal of 3 points. The last he scored a goal was a goal of just 1 point for Shooting Stars. 30 seconds left of regulation time. Free kick to Shooting Stars Football Club. Ebukanakwe fouled. We would now have a free kick. Referee is having words with the player to observe the 10 yards. standing on this free kick is Joshua Akpan. It's really a delight to watch when it comes to set piece situation. He did it against Abia Warriors when Shooting Stars scored 3 goals to win that game by 3 goals to 2 on the 98th minute mark. We've got 4 minutes of additional time left to play. Shooting Stars a free kick for themselves with 4 minutes left to play. Shooting Stars now standing is Joshua Akpan, who sends a cross in. The header will come. It's a clear ender. And Rivers United can now break for a counter-attack. Just one white shirt in the center of the pitch. Running through against his man is Paul Aqua, who skips play, trying to bring in his own left back. He has possession of the ball. Straight back now to Paul Aqua. To get through to the ball, he doesn't, and he wouldn't get through to the ball. A goal kick to Shooting Stars Football Club. The first 4 minutes of the stoppages is now being played. 91 minutes of football gone, still goalless. Offside called against Rivers United's Precious Agu. Fouled against Rivers United there. It would allow Rivers United to attack. Rivers United takes the free kick deep into the box of Shooting Stars, who will clear, but not totally. It comes straight back to Rivers United, who have possession of the ball. Malmo Traffic trying to run trend, defending for Shooting Stars. It's one each side, a throw-in. Final 150 seconds of play here in Ikene. Rivers United nil. Shooting Stars nil. Malmo Traffic now breaking for Shooting Stars. That's 3-4 ash color going infield now. The pass is short, headed away by the defense of Rivers United via Augustine Okejefa. The referee will go back to that passage of play after allowing play to continue, deeming the challenge not totally necessary for a free kick. As we've got Abba Sulaiman down on the top.
It's really end of the game right now because none of these sides have been able to take advantage yet. And then, like I said earlier, it's looking like a game that was going to end goalless. And these sides have provided us with really little entertainment, but more of tough tackles and diving in terms of the challenges. I really left to see how they face off in terms of performances in the MPFL next season. But so far, this result doesn't really favour Shooting Stars. A win for Rivers United tomorrow. A 2-0 victory for Rivers United tomorrow means they go into the semi-finals. But then, a side that has really struggled to score goals. In talking about Rivers United, goalless in the first game, goalless in this game as well. How sure are we that they're going to score in the final game? Maybe Shooting Stars might just sneak into the next round. Beyond limits.
Beyond limits. If Shooting Stars sneak into the next round, they play Remo Stars. Croy United would now have to play Beyond Limit. And I think Beyond Limit can really hold their own against Croy United. Why not? But a chance now, big save. Sochima Victor. While we thought this game would finish goalless, Sochima Victor shows why he's one of the mainstay in the Super Eagles invite. It was touched down by the referee. It was taken really sharp. The corner kick would now be taken by Shooting Stars. The corner kick is taken. Still Malamo Taufik for Shooting Stars. It's intercepted. Rivers United can now break for one final attempt at goal. Now Shooting Stars in possession. Malamo Taufik, now here they come. Malamo Taufik rose it to the right now. Can he keep the ball in play? Yes, he can. He crosses in for Shooting Stars. The corner kick has been awarded by the assistant referee on the far right hand side. Final kick of the football for a corner kick and for a possible goal, or this game would end goalless. Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. We are bound or probably to get a goal now. It is possibly now or never for the former champions of the MPFL Shooting Stars. The corner kick is heavy. It's going to be a goal kick to Rivers United. Over 180 minutes of football played by Rivers United here at the Remo Stars Stadium in Kenya. No goal scored. For Shooting Stars, it's their final game after 3 matches. They've been able to score goals as compared to Rivers United. But for tonight, it's their first game at the Valleja Pre-Season Cup tournament in which they failed to find the back of the net. Rivers United, no goal. Shooting Stars, no goal. The game played under the floodlight, the final game of a match day that has brought to you 4 good matches. We started off with Beyond Limit 2-0 win over Abia Warriors. There was a goalless draw between Sporting Lagos and Troy United. Remo Stars and Heartland Football Club played out a 1-1 draw. And for the final time of the kick of the football year, it's Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil. We will catch you tomorrow for the final game of Rivers United against Abia Warriors. Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate you for joining our live broadcast right from 9 a.m. up until this time. And hopefully you would catch us up tomorrow for yet another game. The semi-finals would be coming after Rivers United's outstanding game against Abia Warriors tomorrow. It has finished from the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne. It's Rivers United nil, Shooting Stars nil.